Live. Alright, title of the video, Stump Watchers, right? Old Chinese proverb. There was a farmer of song who tilled the land, and in his field was a stump. One day a rabbit, racing across the field, bumped into the stump, broke its neck, and died. Thereupon the farmer laid aside his plow and took up watching the stump, hoping that he will get another rabbit in the same way. But he got no rabbits, and instead becoming the laughing stock of song. Those who think they can take the ways of ancient kings and use them to govern people today all belong in the category of stump watchers. Okay, moral of the story is, just because the rabbit had run into the stump before doesn't mean that it's going to happen again. And these are metaphors. The rabbit and the stump can translate to many old things, right? And the title of this video originally was going to be No Profit, because I wanted to say, like, what is a profit? What are the makings of a profit? And let me just get into this, because we have this. The four horsemen of the apocalypse is something we're going to talk about. Everybody's heard the saying, a stop the clock is right twice a day. In other words, a normally unreliable person or instrument can occasionally provide correct information, even if only by accident. Something that anybody has heard me said about the banking system in America and fiat is that fiat is going to crash, and alternative forms of money such as gold, silver, and Bitcoin are going to rise. And I say this all the time. Now, there are some people who've watched me, who saw me become interested and invested in Bitcoin prior to the run-up in 2017. And I was saying, on the way up to 20,000, I said, buy Bitcoin, the dollar's going to crash. When Bitcoin was 10,000, I said, buy Bitcoin, the dollar's going to crash. When Bitcoin was 15,000, I said, buy Bitcoin, the dollar's going to crash. When Bitcoin was 20,000, I said, buy Bitcoin, the dollar's going to crash. When Bitcoin began to fall down to 15,000, I said, buy Bitcoin, the dollar's going to crash. When Bitcoin began to fall down to 10,000, I said, buy Bitcoin, the dollar's going to crash. When it went all the way down to 4,000, I said, buy Bitcoin, the dollar's going to crash. I just kept saying it over and over again. So I sound more like a broken clock. However, coronavirus came along because I knew the fundamentals behind it all. So, however, coronavirus came along, correct? And now we see a resurgence in all the fundamentals that I've been preaching, okay? Let's cling on to more hope and confirmation bias that I'm incorrect, that I don't know what I'm talking about. And now, less of a broken clock theory, more of a piñata theory. I'm standing here, I'm blindfolded, people around me are saying things, right? I know that I have to swing at an object. I know that it's somewhere in front of me, it's moving, so I'm swinging. So maybe I'm swinging blindly, right? Well, as it appeared that the symptoms of coronavirus were easing, right? Pun intended. It's a metaphor, allegory. I was adamant about people not easing up and people understanding that there are more plays to follow. And as we see, those people who are not paying attention, even those people who are not paying attention are slowly realizing that there's a very pivotal moment surrounding not just political here in the United States, but all over the globe, as well as economic. Just a lot of tensions based upon history all around the globe. So Americans are not alone in these struggles, and I want people to understand, as time progresses and the picture becomes more clear to me, you're going to start to realize I'm less of a piñata striker and more of Ted Williams. My batting average, my accuracy is getting more correct over time. If somebody could see the pattern of my speech and the accuracy of my predictions, they'll see that it's not random. that my accuracy is actually getting better as time goes on, which could only leave you to think that I'm a prophet. But it's not. I mean, maybe. I mean, hopefully you don't think that. But um, you know, many times people who rebuke and repudiate any idea, they refuse to believe that anything that I'm saying is true. Most of the time, their allegation is something along the lines of, uh, "What makes you such a mystic?" or "What are you, a prophet?" And it's literally the generic defense mechanism of these people. So I just wonder how many people silently think that, and it's hell no. It's all in a book. It's a book, and that's why uh, as we move forward, I'll know by the end of this year. I'll know. We'll be able to tell. There's some key events. Uh, the Metonic cycle of blue moons happens on Halloween. Um, and don't get me wrong, I love Halloween. I love all the horror movies, but there are crazy satanic pagan rituals behind Halloween, and I'll probably go over them in the future. So there's blue moons happening on Halloween 2020. Happened Halloween 2001, and it's happening 2039. It's a metonic cycle. It's 19 years, and there's also um, lunar eclipse, December 21st, which also happened 2001, which will also happen 19 years later. And it also happened on the summer solstices. Therefore, there's just a lot of a lot of astronomy, which is what these cults follow. There's a lot of astronomy that's lining up, and we'll see. Hopefully, all of this is lining up with the drama surrounding the election and the economy, and that's why it's here. So, anyways, that's the name of this. Stump Watchers. Anyways, what I go for? Yep, here we go. Signing out.